Hello and welcome to Wanderlust to Wealth, the digital nomad's guide to growing an online income while living your best life. I feel like it's very fitting right now that I am wearing a swimsuit on an island surrounded by amazing nature, sitting on a beanbag as I film this right now while my amazing daughter is off playing with my partner and I get to go run and jump into the ocean with them after filming this incredible, helpful, hopefully, video for you. So that gives you a little bit of a picture of what my life gets to look like because of what I'm about to share with you all right now. So I'm just so deeply grateful to be welcoming you here. I would love to just ask you to honor yourself for a moment. First of all, for being here, for maybe getting a little bit uncomfortable and opening your mind up to different possibilities of how life can look, because I feel like we're told it's one way and we kind of try to follow that and then end up in this boat where we question everything and go, does it really have to look like that? And that may be what's landed you here, but it might be a little bit of a stretch for you to start thinking of different ways that life and money and business could work for you. So I'm honoring you for being here. And I also would just love you to honor yourself in just setting aside distractions. I am 100% that person that has always multitasked and had like my phone open answering messages while also tuning into something and not fully being present with either. So I know the feeling if you're someone that, likes to sit and scroll and kind of half listen. But if you really are wanting to make a shift in your life right now, I would just really recommend that you set aside everything, gift yourself this time, let others around you know that you really want to be fully present with this for the next 45 minutes to an hour. And yeah, just really get to fully be here and see if this feels like a fit for you, because this opportunity that I'm about to share really has the power to transform your entire life. It's so much bigger than just some little video to check out if you want it to be that and if you allow it to be that. So open your heart, take a deep breath with me in through your nose and out through your mouth. Let out a big sigh and just be here. Let's be here together. All right. Diving in, so I have found something unlike anything else online, and I truly can't not share it. So the reason that I'm creating this now isn't even because I need to at this point. Like, I have created a massive, beautiful movement of visionaries, which I'll tell you about in a second, and I could just lay back, let the tools that I've created and that others have created do the talking, but I continue to show up and share this message and this vision and this movement because I truly can't not tell people about it. And that's how you know you've found something really incredible, is when you don't even have to try to talk about it. It just pours out all the time. I meet people while I'm traveling that are like, what the heck? How are you guys doing this? And, they're on vacation here for maybe a week and we're living here. And it's like, okay, what is the secret? And so that this video really is for people like that are wondering like, okay, can this actually be a fit for me? And I'm so excited to see if it is. So I have seen it all. I've tried network marketing. I have thought about starting my own business up from scratch. I've looked at so many different online opportunities, from drop shipping to coaching, so many different MLM companies and all their different compensation plans. Nothing has ever felt the way that this felt when I landed on a video just like this one and watched what was possible here. That is why I still share to this day, even if I don't need to. So no matter what amount of income I am making in this business, I am always going to want others to have access to this opportunity to create a legacy for themselves and for generations to come. So this is me paying it forward and just sharing everything that I've learned with you, because it truly is so magical. And I don't want to be just chilling on my own out here. I want everyone to be vibing in the beaches of Bali or hopping on planes, meeting up around the world together. And that's exactly what we're doing. And I want you to be a part of it. So here's what we're going to cover today. The first thing that we're going to be talking about is high ticket partnership, how to find a high ticket offer that will impact people, profit, and the planet. We're also going to cover attraction marketing. So attraction marketing being the style of how we market online. You'll see that none of us really seem like we're selling anything. So what's the deal? How are we actually marketing? This is how to show up and ignite other visionaries in a way that really feels good. We're going to talk about how to put your income on autopilot. So how to actually automate your business while you're out there living your best life, which if you're like me, you want to be able to just dive into the ocean whenever you want. You want to be able to wake up when you want. You want to be able to take the time, eat the nourishing smoothie bowls, and just like get to really enjoy life and not be like late for 10 million meetings and having to do 10 hours of work a day to keep your travel income afloat. And the last thing we're going to cover is conscious communities. So really being surrounded by other like-minded dreamers who truly want you to thrive as well. And these are all photos of myself and my loved ones. And it's just miraculous to me when I look back at the things that I've been able to do because of this business. Like I pinch myself honestly all the time, and it still doesn't feel real some days. Who am I? So my name is Charlotte Emily. For those of you who don't know me, I am 25 years old. I started this business when I was 21, and quickly after starting, I became a mother. And so something that was always really, really important to me was to set my life up in a way that I'd be able to travel the world with my kids one day. I somehow knew that from a very young age. Some people realize later on, like, oh, actually, maybe I want to live like this. But I always knew. I would see YouTubers like that were jumping out of planes and like traveling the world together, like couples and people doing family vlogs. And I was like, that is going to be what I do. And sometimes I believed in that, sometimes I didn't. There were a lot of times in my life, even after finding like a great business opportunity, still my self-doubt would creep in, and I would tell myself like, maybe those people are just special. Maybe I'm not actually meant to live a life like that. Maybe I'm just meant to work a normal job and, you know, pay the bills, just follow the steps that society lays out for us. Like maybe not everyone gets to have that kind of life, because it seemed so far off at times. But I had this vision that existed in my mind and my heart, and I started to realize that vision only existed because it was meant for me. I wouldn't have these dreams on my heart if they weren't actually calling me forward to the way that I was meant to live and how I came here on earth to live. You may notice that there's some people in your life who genuinely feel really happy and satisfied and like content with living and working a normal job, normal lifestyle. I say normal in like quotations because what even is normal, but societally normal. They genuinely seem like okay with it, and that's cool. That's awesome. This is not for you if you're like super fine with the way that you're living. But if you are someone like me who's like, how do you do that forever? How do you just kind of like settle for getting by, like just barely paying the bills, making enough money to just kind of have somewhere to sleep at night, to have to get back up and go to work again the next day? Like, where is the living? And so I had come from a previous network marketing company. I had been doing all the things like messaging people, selling protein shakes, memorizing facts about the products and the science behind them to try to convince people that this is what they needed in their lives and that they needed to order it again and again and again and again and again in order for my business to stay afloat. And it really started to feel kind of icky and not the way that I wanted to market. So I was honestly pretty turned off of the idea of online sales at that point. I was like, you know, maybe I'll write a book one day, or maybe I'll have like a thriving YouTube channel, or maybe I'll be an influencer, but I don't know that I want to sell things online. It just didn't feel that great until I came across this, and it was a brand new way of doing things. And I'm grateful that even though I had my reservations around any other online marketing kind of stuff again, I am so glad that I kept my mind open to the fact that maybe there could be something out there that had all of the beautiful things that I loved about this other way of marketing. Like MLM and network marketing companies have at least a couple things going on where like you can work from anywhere, you can be your own boss, you can set your own hours, that type of thing. I really felt called to that, but just none of the things that I didn't love about it. So this really merged everything that I wanted in an opportunity all into one. And I got to actually start getting paid to inspire people and to live my best life and to help them live theirs as well in a really authentic way where I didn't have to pretend to be somebody that I wasn't. And I didn't have to be the face of a company. I got to just be me. So we'll talk more about that in a second, like the way of marketing and everything. I'm getting ahead of myself, but basically, yeah, I became a mother shortly after starting this business. Thank goodness that I had started setting myself up for this abundant income right off the bat, celebrating a 5-figure month very shortly into my business. The world shut down March 2020 is the same exact time that I found out that I was pregnant on an island very far away from home, with not a lot of like community surrounding me and really not sure where I would go from there. But I was able to actually, through this income with no other job, support myself 100% and my family through my pregnancy, through my birth experience that I will say was not cheap, because I really wanted to invest in the best possible care, the best possible support team to be able to have a home jungle birth here in Bali in the bathtub. It was miraculous and incredibly difficult and the most transformative thing that's ever happened to me. And yeah, I was able to just like slow down, sip on my like raspberry tea at the end of my pregnancy, like not worry about going to work, not worry about a maternity leave because I was not given maternity pay from Canada. I'm from Canada, by the way, because I hadn't been working a normal job. I had kind of just removed myself from that system and I was like, I'll get my own back. Don't you worry. Don't worry about like healthcare and maternity, all of these things that are kind of scary to step away from because the reason we like being in these systems is they do have our back in some ways. But you're the only person who's fully ever going to be there for you forever. Like no one's guaranteeing that they're going to have your back always. So to me, it was important to have my own back. And even when I went through a really traumatic event following my birth and the end of my relationship when my daughter was just a few months old, I was still able to have my own back. I was able to walk away from a situation I knew I needed to walk away from. And I had my own income. I had my own independence, my financial independence to be able to make decisions based off of what was right, not based off of can I afford to walk away. So that was really pivotal in my journey as well. Not to mention I had like a $10,000 a week right before I gave birth. Thank goodness for this automated income because I was not hustling 24/7 when I was 39 weeks pregnant. And I have traveled the world with my daughter ever since. I've taken her all over the place. I've been able to breastfeed all the way up until she's almost 3 years old and beyond, because I didn't have to go back to a job. So this business is so much bigger if you zoom out on the grand scheme of it all than just like making money online. It's like this child now gets to have been like full-time with her mama and her family like ever since. I could go on and on and on. We recently were able to purchase land here on the island that we live on and be able to build ourselves a home base while also getting to hop around the world and travel and not have to choose between being in one spot or like getting a camper van and exploring like Central America. Like we really can just decide in any instant, actually, let's go here. Actually, let's go there. And we're not roped into one way of living because we've created a lot of freedom of choice for ourselves through having the independent income that we can make from anywhere in the world, like any time zone, anything that we want. It's truly so incredible. And that's why I share it. So here is just a little collage of some of the members of our team who are out there living their best lives, traveling the world. A lot of them don't have other jobs now outside of this business. They're pursuing their passions full time, getting paid to travel. And it's so incredible. This is just a few of them. Yeah, just amazing. And then on the next slide is going to be even more. Like I said, that was just a few. These are all members of our community, again, of like-minded visionaries who are dreaming bigger, living louder, creating an income online to get to do more of this whenever they choose. So who is this for? This is for you if you are a young visionary who knows deep within your soul that you were meant for so much more. Travel is not just something that you'll settle for doing maybe 2 weeks out of the year. This is your lifestyle. You were born to be barefoot, wild, and free, and you will do anything to make that your full-time reality. People may not always seem to understand you or the way that you choose to live your life. Drop something in the chat here if you can resonate with that. You are that family member who never really has a solid answer on what your life plan is when you're asked, and you're learning to actually be okay with that and own your free-spirited nature. You don't have to have it all together. You don't have to know what the heck you're doing with your life. Actually, no one really does. And you were not meant to fit into the societal norm anyways. You've had a vision for as long as you can remember of traveling the world, exploring different cultures with your children one day. You want to set yourself up now before you have a family to have the freedom to be a full-time present parent, traveling the world, living barefoot and connected to nature, learning different languages, and following your hearts together. You've never fully known how this lifestyle would unfold. People keep telling you eventually you're going to have to get serious, settle down, get a more stable job, and be a little more realistic. But you've held the vision anyways, trusting that the how is not your job to figure out. And now this conversation has manifested into your life. You're in exactly the perfect place at the perfect time, hearing exactly what you're meant to hear. So just take all that in. You are awakening to the realization that it's actually okay to desire an abundance of money, to not have to make choices around the number in your bank account, but actually hop around the world and follow your heart wherever it's calling you. the freedom of choice to stay in a camper van 1 month and a beautiful, expansive villa the next. These are just some things that I have been able to do in my life since starting this business. Like my partner and I are obsessed with camping. We have truly like done it all, not at all, but like we've done so much, like living out of a tent, living out of a car for weeks and weeks at a time, traveling around different spots around Canada and the US, and just so content being in the middle of the woods with like no running water, like nothing except ourselves and a tent and maybe some craft dinner. And at the same time, we also enjoy like renting a Tesla or staying at a beautiful villa in the jungle, recognizing that it's okay to want both. You can live such a beautiful, simple, minimal life, and you can also enjoy such expansive, lush, extravagant experiences. And it's absolutely okay to want both and to create the freedom to be able to choose both. You're passionate about inspiring others to get out there and make the most of this life. Maybe you've even started monetizing that adventurous lifestyle. Like maybe you're doing brand deals online, or maybe you're starting to build up like a blog or YouTube channel, and that's amazing. But you're wondering if getting paid mostly in free trips and hotel stays and doing brand deals as they come up here and there without building up much residual income is going to help you generate the kind of wealth that you truly deserve, to enjoy traveling on your own terms, right? To not have to just plan around which hotels are offering you deals, or, having to make sure that you're creating content the entire time for the place that you're staying at, but actually just get to like enjoy being there and create content for yourself, yes, but not have any obligations to others in the ways that you plan your travels. I didn't know this had animation. That's fun. So meet a couple of like-minded souls in our community. So this is Jade, who you're going to hear from in a video clip in a second, and Ruby. They're both such amazing souls who've connected with me through this experience. They found me so randomly. This is the thing. It's like, how are people going to find me? How are people going to reach out? But like, I truly have not had to pressure anybody to join this business. These two incredible ladies have just stumbled upon my page over the last year or so and been obsessed with following my journey. Jade actually asked me at one point, she was just like, hey, do you have any budget friendly tips for traveling with a baby? Because I would love to be a mother one day and I'd love to travel with my kids the way that you do. Like, any tips on saving money? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. Like, here's some tips on doing it on the cheap, because I've done that. Also, like, here's this if you want to make money. And she was like, what? So cool that you could actually be like earning an income while you travel, because she had just never thought of it that way. And Ruby had never seen anyone living this type of lifestyle when she found me. She was like, I truly thought that when I have kids one day, which is so important to me, I'm going to have to settle down and work a normal job and put them in daycare, school, whatever. And just seeing me like activated that within her. So that's what we get to do through this business, is be that permission slip for people of like, it doesn't have to just look that way. And yeah, through this business opportunity, their minds have just been open to a whole new realm of what's possible. So I'm going to let you hear from them for a moment, and then I'll be right back.
Hi guys, my name is Jade. I'm 34 years old. I started traveling when I was 19 years old, so I have had the traveling bug for a long time now. Fell in love with it, different food, different culture, different country. Slowly started to make my way around Europe, doing any job I could, working in bars, delis. I even worked on jet skis once. I had a friend who was stripping as she was traveling. I know, taboo, right? And so I did it. I stripped and traveled, and the money was great, and I really fed into this freedom lifestyle that I was wanting to live, and living the best life that I could. However, a couple of years ago, being 30, I realized that I couldn't maintain that job with wanting to now start a family, meeting my partner, us being together for quite a few years. Everyone kept telling me, like, you can't be so spontaneous, you have to settle down. If you want a family, you can't have it all. So I really fed into really quickly this narrative. It's so easy for us to believe someone else's truth when you have society and the majority of people around you telling you, you can't travel with a family, you can't travel forever, you can't have the job, you can't have the money and the travel. I either had to have a career where I made really good money or travel. I couldn't have both. And I remember when I first got with my partner, actually, I even said to him, like, I've never had the best of a career, although I made loads of money from stripping. I have traveled so much, and that meant moving from post to post. It was really hard, especially when I was 19. There wasn't so much work online to be able to sustain yourself as you traveled. I took it on as my truth. People kept saying that I had to settle down, and I did. I settled down, and it made me miserable because I knew there was something better out there for me. I had this taste of freedom, and I couldn't couldn't go back to the normalized lifestyle as it was. I saw some girls making literally as much money as I used to make stripping online. And I was like, what is this about? Okay, I need to know. So I reached out to someone. It was literally just a girl I followed on Instagram. And she has ended up becoming one of my closest friends, my mentor. She showed me how easy it can be with the right mindset and the right kind of community behind you, what can be possible in the online space. And I've never looked back. I am pregnant. I've actually left the 9 till 5 world. And the fact that I started this business before, well, actually, if you want me to be completely honest, I started this business the day I fell pregnant and I didn't even realize. But because of that, I have now got the opportunity to never have to go back to a 9 till 5. And that lifestyle that I fell in love with so much to do anything to get is now at my fingertips. I get to have it all. I get to have what people told me I couldn't have. I get to travel with a family. I get to be a present mum. I don't have to go back to work now when my baby's 6 months or a year old and put that baby in childcare. I get to be a present stay-at-home mum. And not only do I get to be a present stay-at-home mum, I get to travel with my family. I get to pull my partner out of work. It is, words can't describe what that means and what that does for me and my family. The fact that now this opportunity is here and you can make so much money online and still go off and live your life. Don't let people put their own beliefs onto you, because the reason I feel that a lot of people tell us, you know, you can't have it all, you need to either settle down or travel, or at a certain age you have to start taking yourself seriously, is because they had to at some point. Watching someone else follow their dream makes the fact that they didn't so much harder to deal with. This is our life to manifest in, and we can have anything we want to. You are watching people go before you who have done it time and time again, who are now making legacy incomes for their family. It's really special. And the fact that you have your own group of cheerleaders, I know that no matter what I'm going through, no matter how long it's been since I've written in our group chat, I'll have people support me there. It's a beautiful place to be a part of. Take the risk, guys. If there's anything I can say, it's take the risk.
Hi my loves, my name is Ruby and I thought I'd just jump on and share a little bit about my life and kind of pre-motherhood. So my dream is to become a mother and to raise them in nature and have all of this time freedom, financial freedom, and just be able to raise my children with the most love and with the most freedom. And I honestly did not see anybody living that life where they were able to travel, where they weren't checking their bank accounts, where they weren't stressed, and being able to do all of this with their kids. And that is something that had been like on my heart for so many years, just trying to come up with ways on how I could create that kind of freedom and be able to travel with my kids. And then I came across Shah's page. I was actually in Yukon, Canada when this happened and when I started this business. And I was like, oh my God, she is literally living my dream life. She's traveling the world. She's doing all of this with her daughter. That was just go time for me. And then I jumped into this space, and with so much support, it was insane. Like, the support in this community is nothing I've ever seen before. They make you feel safe. You will be expanded in so many different ways, like your mindset around money, like your mindset around life and yourself and your limiting beliefs, and being able to identify all of those kinds of things and moving past them. They support you in all of this. And this community honestly just strives you and shows you that your dreams are not too big. All you need to do is have faith in yourself and know that you can do it. Because you can. It is simple. It is literally that simple. Once you know you can do something, anything is achievable. You won't be the same. You'll be 10 times better. And I'm so excited for you guys. The sky's the limit. Dream big. Go after what you want.
I adore these two so much, and just so cool that they get to create a whole brand new story for their lives because of this business. And really all I did was exist like as my truest self, and they were inspired by that. So incredible. All right, diving into the four pillars that make up what essentially makes this business opportunity so incredibly different and unique and special compared to other things that I've seen, and just why I'm so deeply obsessed with it. So, pillar number one we're going to discuss is high ticket partnership. Pillar number two is attraction marketing. Pillar number three is putting your income on autopilot. And pillar number four is cultivating a conscious community. So, pillar number one, high ticket affiliate marketing. First of all, what is affiliate marketing? So, affiliate marketing is when you are partnering with an existing product or company rather than starting up your own. You're going to receive a commission when somebody buys using your code or your link. So, an example of this would be like Amazon affiliates. Have you ever seen people posting on social media and they're like, hey, swipe up to like see where I got this dress, or like swipe up to whatever, like sending you to an Amazon link. And when you check out and purchase that product, that person is going to earn a commission on it. So that's essentially affiliate marketing. Or even brand deals, like if a legging company or I can't think off the top of my head right now, but yeah, like a legging company or like a water bottle company is going to sponsor you for taking content with their product, and every person that purchases, you're going to earn like 10% commission on that. That would be another example of affiliate marketing. So my experience with affiliating with Amazon, for example, was when I found out about affiliate marketing and this space. I was like, is there anything that I can do that's like a little less risky to just kind of test the waters of affiliate marketing without diving all in quite yet to high ticket sales? And I was like, let me become an affiliate for Amazon. That sounds like a great idea, actually. And so I became an affiliate for Amazon, and I was like, oh, I have this backpack that I always travel with, and I purchased it on Amazon, and I'm obsessed with my travel backpack. Like I was like, I want to only recommend things that I'm really passionate about. So I had people ask me like, where did you buy it? And so I'm like, you know what, let me talk about this backpack. And I shared about it, and I like put it on my stories, and I had a couple people ask for the link, and of all the people that asked for the link and were interested in it, like one of them purchased the backpack, and I made like $5. After all that like genuine, authentic sharing and like promoting this product that I really was passionate about, I was like, oof, I would have to sell a lot of backpacks. So I would have to have a lot of followers. And when I did end up starting with this company, and yeah, what we're about to talk to you about, I remember getting a check in the mail, and my mom was like, hey, Shar, you got two checks. Like you got one from Enagic, which is the company we'll mention in a moment, and you got one from Amazon. And my Enagic check was like around $2,000, and my Amazon check was like 51 cents. And I was like, I think I know what I'm meant to be partnered with here and pour more of my energy into. So nothing wrong with low ticket affiliating, but basically to just kind of map it out for you here, low ticket versus high ticket sales. So if you are selling like an ebook, for example, you've created an ebook about like your favorite places to travel and whatever, and you're like, I can get a bunch of people to buy it if it's really cheap. So let me sell a $5 ebook, and you want to make $10,000, right? Selling a $5 ebook. So you would have to have 2,000 people purchase your ebook in order to make that $10,000. If 1% of your followers are going to buy from you, let's say around 1%, you would need 200,000 followers in order to make the 2,000 sales. So this is why it can seem like making money on social media is really only something that influencers with a really high following could be successful at. And it's why low ticket stuff like swipe up links, promoting Amazon stuff, ebooks, Lightroom presets, all of those fun things that are amazing to tap into as your followers grow. But it's why like the average person who doesn't have a lot of followers isn't really making that much money with that kind of stuff. I could have poured all my time and energy into building up like a blog of my favorite, travel accessories and all of that stuff. I honestly kind of I did try doing that, and still this is where my 50-cent commission checks were starting to come in, and it was just a lot of time and energy compared to like a very low amount of commission. So with the formula that we follow and teach, you're going to earn $10,000 in just 3 sales. 3 sales, not 2,000. And that's why I don't pressure anybody. That is why I don't care how many followers I have. That is why I don't need all of my followers to do what I'm doing or to purchase products. I don't care, because I don't need to make 2,000 sales. I can make a few sales and make a massive income. So you're going to earn $4,520 on each sale after those first three. And you're going to work your way up to actually making up to 8,000 Canadian dollars per sale. So it would only take you 1 or 2 sales to be earning $10,000 a month in this business. And even at the beginning, just 3 sales to $10,000. This is why I teach this formula and why I truly honestly won't look at anything else at this point. Multiple streams of income are great. Maybe, can keep an open mind, but I just cannot get over how incredible this company is. My flag is planted. This is where I'm here to stay. And this is what I will always recommend. So why is the commission so high? Like when I was learning about this, I was like, are they selling like industrial, where did my mind go? I was like, maybe they're selling like air conditioning units to like business, like corporate. I'm like, what product could you be selling where you're making such a high commission? My mind was just spinning with possibilities. And basically we partner with an incredible company that promotes sustainability and holistic health through enriching our bodies, lives, and the planet with living water. Such an incredible product. I'll tell you about it soon. But basically the products are a high level investment. They are going to be in our homes for decades, replacing bottled water, like replacing all kinds of filters and things. And because they are so valuable, they also come along with a very high commission for referrals. So to me, it just made so much sense to be partnered with something where it's like a one-time investment to earn and own this incredible product for decades versus honestly, when I was in low ticket network marketing, I had to order a certain minimum amount of products each month. And doing that forever would have added up to hundreds of thousands of dollars over the course of my life if I wanted to stay active in that company and still not be able to earn what I can earn here. Pillar number 2, authentic attraction marketing. So how do I actually make sales? You may be wondering. And I get this question quite a bit. Most of us are not wanting to show up online as a salesperson, right? You don't want to be that girl. We don't want someone to click on our page and only see some other company's products all over your page, right? We don't want to be sending those random, hey girl messages to people, like pressuring them to join our business. And really, we just want to be ourselves, right? Like when I was posting products all over the place, really felt like I was losing myself. I was like, anyone that I meet while I'm traveling and then they follow me, they're going to be like, oh man, she's one of those girls. Like she just wants to sell me protein shakes. Maybe this was just a limiting belief in my mind, but no, I actually did have people tell me like, I know you're just trying to sell me protein shakes or like energy drinks. And I was like, like I don't want that to be my whole social media. So authenticity attracts. I believe that we are really entering an incredible new era in the online world, and that is the era of authenticity, where raw, real, genuine content actually thrives online and people can sense what's authentic and what isn't. So personally, I wanted to be one of those pages that people would land on and they would feel connected and inspired, and they would feel like they could resonate with me, like I was a real human on the other side of the screen, just sharing my journey through life, sharing what I was learning, and also sharing like, hey, I found this awesome income stream, without it being like I'm just this fake person like trying to pretend that life is perfect all the time to get you to join me, right? Like if you know me, you know I'm honestly pretty real and down to earth. I share all the highs and lows, and I wanted to be one of those pages. Doesn't it feel so good when you land on one of those pages? Like people that talk about body positivity or like the Instagram versus reality, like photo shoots and stuff. I love all of that. Getting paid to be yourself. Does this mean that it's bad to want to make money online? Like, you want to be authentic. So you're like, oh, I don't want to make money off of people, or I don't want to make money from selling things. I don't want to sell things. Maybe like that's not authentic. Of course, it's not bad to want to make money online. We all need to make money somehow, right? Like we all need money to live. It's literally just an energy that we exchange for the things that we want, like housing, food, ideally like really yummy, delicious organic food, which costs more money, right? So it's not bad to want money. And that's one of the things you'll get to heal within the program I'm going to recommend, is actually healing your mindset around money and wealth and thinking that like it makes you selfish or you're a bad person if you want to have a lot of money. But the difference is that you're going to earn money through attracting rather than through chasing. So you're going to be connecting with people who are so deeply freaking grateful, like Jade and Ruby, who you just heard from, to have found your message and absolutely need what it is that you have to share with them. So attraction marketing, this is where this style of marketing comes in, which I fell in love with, because I'm all about the law of attraction and that the universe connects us with the right people and your energy attracts similar energy. And so basically through the online course that I'll recommend at the end, we have all learned how to utilize attraction marketing. And this means that we are showing up on social media in a way that feels good and feels true to us, which then attracts like-minded people who share similar passions and values. So just by being you, you're attracting people who are like you and who feel connected to you. If you are pretending to be someone that you're not on social media, you might find like no one's really that inspired or connected because they can't really resonate with it, or they can feel that it's not actually you. So you're going to actually get to go on a journey of discovering like, who am I? Like, if I'm just being me, if I'm not trying to be someone I'm not, who is that? And get to then connect with people that feel the same. You can also reach even further than just your current social media following, because we're not going to rely on that. We don't have to pressure all your followers to join this business, like none of that. But you're going to reach even further with ads, with targeted ads. So this course is also going to walk you through how to run paid ads for as little as $1 a day to start reaching people in specific categories. So for example, if you love to travel, you can send your ads out to people who also love to travel. And you're literally going to get to reach your soul aligned team just by being yourself, sharing it, and reaching people that are also like you. Or if you're a mother, you'll send your ads out to other moms who want to spend more time with their kids. So you're actually going to be hitting people that are like, oh my God, I needed to see this. I've had people that have seen ads that I've run and they're like, I never swipe up on these things. I never click on this stuff, but I just felt your energy and I knew that like there was something here for me and I was meant to see it. So really the universe is the algorithm, I believe. Like, you're seeing the exact things that you're meant to see. And so the more that you trust and send your energy out into the world when you share something, that the exact perfect people are going to land on it. That's how this business works. So I don't have to be salesy. All of this to say, you really don't have to push anybody to purchase from you or join your business. Freaking men. By sharing your authentic journey and actually living your life to the fullest, like part of what we get paid to do is actually go out there and live, not just take the photo or write the post. But you're naturally going to inspire other people to do the same. You are literally changing the world through healing yourself and through thriving like in your own journey. So if those people that you've inspired decide to change their life following the same exact steps that you have, and they join your team here and they want to be a part of this business opportunity, amazing. And you're going to get compensated for referring them beautifully, as you should, because you brought them here and you've introduced them to this. But if not, it doesn't matter. You've still inspired someone. You've enriched their life just by being you. And that's the ultimate goal. There truly is no pressure in this space. So we can feel so good knowing that the exact right people are going to come into our business who are craving it and actually begging. Like, people have begged me to like get started in this business. That's how good it gets to feel, is that you got to give someone the permission slip that they were absolutely like praying for. Pillar number 3 is automating your online income. So this is one of my favorite pillars because as a mother, time is of the essence. She's growing so rapidly, and I'm like, tools, especially like this tool that I'm going to make right now, and it's, 100 people are going to see it, or 500 people are going to see it, or 1,000 people are going to see it, but I only talked once, is just one element of something that could automate your business. So automation allows for less hustle and more living. We can have all the money in the world, but if we're not actually able to enjoy it and have the time freedom to be doing the things that we love, then what's the point? So when you're trying to do everything yourself, oh my goodness. Okay, wait, I'm so sorry. We live on an island that only has like cats and cows and chickens. I can't believe this is happening in the middle of this webinar. But yesterday, my partner and my daughter came home and told me that they saw a monkey. And I was like, a monkey on Gili Meno. And they were like, yeah, someone said like it came over from Lombok, like the nearest mainland. And it's gone now, but the monkey literally just ran through our garden. That's so wild. Nobody knows how it's here. Like, it came on a boat or something, but there is truly a monkey. I can't wait to tell Hattie that I saw it. She was like so excited to tell me. Oh, this is what our life gets to be. Like, it's so freaking cool. I'm literally like earning an income right now, having money drop into my account, having sales go through, while getting to talk to you, and also like monkeys just roaming around the island that there shouldn't be monkeys on. I hope it's okay. Like, probably feels kind of lonely. Anyways, when you're trying to do everything yourself, it's so easy to get burnt out and forget the whole vision of why you're actually doing it all in the first place. Freedom. Freedom is what we're here for. So if you are having to process all your own sales and do paperwork all the time, like, do everything for yourself, like I was before this in traditional network marketing, low ticket, you're not going to actually have that freedom because you might have money, but you don't have time. So why is automation important? We have automated tools that do so much for us so that we can actually be really present with what we do best, which is going on crazy adventures and inspiring others by sharing them, is honestly what I would title like my job description. So this is what allows us to actually make sales while we sleep, which happens to me all the time. Have money drop into our bank accounts while on 15-hour flights, also happened. Also, I had like $33,000 drop into my account while I was at Disneyland with my family recently, which was so wild. And we get to maintain a thriving online income while we're off grid in the middle of the woods or even on the top of a volcano. I'm kind of just like unsure of if this monkey's just lingering around. So wild. Um Anyways, I made money on top of a volcano. I made money in the middle of the woods with no phone service really, and I use the pockets of my time, and I have automated systems that support it too. I struggled a lot with not having these tools. So when I was in this previous network marketing company, honestly, nothing against network marketing as a whole, or if you're in one of these companies, I think that they're doing a lot of things right, and it's just not quite there for me with how I wanted to do business, but that's okay. But when I was in this company, I was hustling day in, day out, like hustle, 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 honestly, like up until crazy times in the morning, trying to close sales like before midnight when the cutoff date was and everything, like to finally one day eventually make a really amazing week of commissions. And I was like, oh my God, I've made it. Like, this is success. This is it. I'm done. Like, I'm retired. So I made $4,000 in a week, which was really great at just 18 years old. I was like mind blown that this money existed. And everyone was talking about me. They were like, oh, this 18-year-old that's like set for life. She did it. So I set off and I was like, yes, like I made it. And I went to backpack Europe for a month with my friends, but I had no systems at all supporting me to sustain this way of doing business. There was no way that sales were going to be closing while I was not really checking my phone. There is no way that like these people who had gotten started on the products were going to be taken care of really in understanding the products and how it all works, because there were no tools and explanations and systems that supported it all or supported them to make sales. None of it. So my income very quickly dropped back down to around $300 a month after that. Like, it was my one little peak of I almost kind of thought I made it in terms of a large income. And I immediately lost the rank that I had worked so hard to achieve in that business. You can actually go backwards in like the rank that you hit. It was just, I felt like I have to be on all the time now. Like, what happens if I actually saw a mom in that business who had shared, like, I'm so sorry that I haven't been as present online or that I haven't gotten back to you about purchasing products. Like, I'm really, really sorry. I was having a baby. And I'm like, oh my goodness, like, if I'm going to have a baby one day, I don't want to be like drowning in paperwork that only I could be the one doing, or like, yeah, have to apologize to people that I was off having a baby or like spending time with my family after having a baby. And when I did have a baby, like I said, I celebrated a massive week while I was 39 weeks pregnant, like not hustling in my business much at all. And I didn't post on social media for days after I had her. I was just completely present with her, with my partner at the time, and just fully soaking it all in, because those first few days were like such a blur. And I don't want to have to be like pressured to be taking care of an entire team during that time. Like, I had systems in place for that. So anyways, we have systems in the academy that I'll recommend at the end of this training that support us with everything. They have videos, tools, and a support team that handles everything from explaining the products, closing sales calls, submitting paperwork for orders, answering questions, training your team for you, and so much more. So should I really promote this and feel good about it was actually a question that I had. I didn't feel very great coming from, again, a different way of marketing, about recruiting a team, because I just didn't feel like I could be able to coach them all or actually explain everything that I was doing to uphold the income, or not actually uphold the income. So I was honestly making up so much of the process on my own as I went. I was memorizing so much information that I researched online about the products and doing all of my own order forms, like calling people and getting their credit card information to put on the form. And I didn't feel like I could really authentically say that, like, yeah, anyone can learn these skills pretty simply and do it all too, because I was doing it all and making it all up as I went. But in this business, I really feel good referring others. And so you can actually feel good referring others to be like, yeah, of course, like, do this with me. Let's figure it out together. There's a whole academy. I would have said at that point before that I honestly would never refer others to work online again. I was so tired of it. I really felt like, what if I'm like responsible for them making money and I'm not able to like teach them what they need to know, until I found this business that literally has a step-by-step guide free training calls and mastermind groups, and a sales team doing most of the work for us. So now I truly feel good telling others that yes, if you are open to learning and putting energy into this, you absolutely can do this too. And I had people get started like at the same time that I got started, and none of us knew what we were doing, but we all just walked through the steps and figured it out on our own together, like collaboratively, but like with a system in place to guide us. So we didn't have to be responsible for training each other. Pillar number 4 is aligning with a conscious, uplifting community. So our community is called Dreaming Bigger, Living Louder. Meet Aubrey in this photo. She is the beautiful soul who introduced me to this space. She started her business at 18 years old and had her first 6-figure year, so her first $100,000 year in business by 19 years old. And together we have co-created a global movement called Dreaming Bigger, Living Louder. This is a collective of visionaries who, through believing in ourselves and going after our dreams, living our truth out loud, we have ignited others around the world to actually do the same. So by choosing conscious community, I don't mean that we are like perfect and high vibing all the time. What we are, and what I mean by conscious, is that we're real, we're raw, we're connected to ourselves and our visions and why we actually came here to do this work. We catch each other and catch ourselves in moments of like, I can't, I don't have the money, or like, I can't do this, I can't do that, to actually choosing intentionally to create a new narrative. And it's so powerful. Just the way that we speak and the way that we look at money and like limiting beliefs in life and business and healing is so incredible. We have the hard conversations together. We're in this growth journey together, all of the ups and downs, and we love each other the whole way through, no matter where anyone's at. If they are like not full in on building their businesses at a certain season of their lives, like we love them still. And there's no pressure, there's no competition. It's just such a collaborative, amazing community, unlike anything I've ever been a part of. You are never alone here. So one of the biggest reasons that people actually give up on their goals is due to lack of direction and lack of support on their journeys. The people in your current circle may not get it. They probably won't, but we do, and we're here for you. We have weekly high vibe calls. We have a team group chat, which is honestly like the most fun space ever to support each other and ask questions as we go. And we run epic global retreats to meet up around the world, including one that we were running just less than 2 weeks from now in Bali. It's just wild to me that this is what this has become. And we've got people that are like leaving their jobs and coming out to Bali with no plan because they're really just trusting their intuition and believing that they can create massive success with this. And actually, I didn't even mention that with my story, but I quit my job, my bartending job, with no plan, no backup plan, no job in mind, and no income yet in this business when I started. And I'm not saying that's what you have to do, but I was able to create massive success right away through really going all in on my vision and my dreams. So it seemed irresponsible to everyone around me at the time to like go all in and be like, I'm going to move to an island on the other side of the world and I'm not coming back except to visit. And that's exactly what happened. So just endless possibility here, basically. So imagine this for a second. You are the spontaneous one in your friend group. You would love to be catching one-way flights, that should say flights, catching one-way flights around the world with your friends, but you're tired of waiting for everybody else to catch on. You align yourself with a business that not only supports your financial and health goals, but actually comes along with a massive group of dreamers who are creating freedom too. You get to rent villas together, attend healing retreats, create content, adventure, and explore. It is all that you've ever dreamed of, and it's really, really here. That is exactly what's happening with a lot of these incredible souls I mentioned to you are hopping on a plane and going across the world to Indonesia to start a brand new chapter in their lives. Amy, who you see like holding her passport in that photo, she recently had her first $10,000 month in this business. She has gone all in just really in the last 6 months or so on creating an online income and has already gotten to the point where she's quit her job. She's now traveling full-time around the world. She and Sarah in that other picture on the plane are traveling together. They're currently in Hawaii with Aubrey, who's in that picture with me and Hattie, and all of us over there on the left-hand side. We're just in Vegas together at a wellness retreat for this space. And yeah, just it's incredible what's happening. I think we have like 8 people recently who have quit their jobs and are now pursuing this business full time just within our community just recently. And we've got, like 40 coming to Bali. We've got about 10 to 12 who are going to continue living in Bali after the retreat. And it's just amazing. We're going to go hike a volcano together, come to the Gili Islands that I live on. It's epic. So creating your own product versus affiliating with one. If you wanted to create your own product, there's going to be a high investment required essentially. Like if you've ever looked at not just a product, but like a company, a hotel, starting a restaurant, like anything like that. I have, because now we're actually going to be opening up a retreat center at some point in our lives. We're not going to rush it, but that's part of what we purchased the property for here. And it's expensive. Like you buy land or you buy a building or you rent a building, like you are investing typically hundreds of thousands of dollars to be able to start up a company or a traditional business. It takes a lot of time to build a product or a business that actually works and converts, and typically takes about 3 to 5 years to start making an actual profit. It's so funny. I feel like sometimes you invest in like a business like this and it's like, okay, so did you make your money back yet? Like, did you profit after like 2 seconds? And it's so funny because in traditional business, like you wouldn't ask someone that when they start a restaurant. You know, it's probably going to take a little while to start making profit. And you know, that doesn't mean that it's a scam. It means that it's a business and it takes energy and it takes some time, but it's so worth it to be a business owner, especially with like the economy, and nobody's coming to really save you with inflation, and job salaries aren't really going up, but the cost of living is. So anyway, you're often working alone in a traditional business unless you're able to like invest in high level mentorship costs and that kind of thing to have other business people working with you. And in many other online businesses, you're likely going to have to do everything and wear all the hats, you know, do all the paperwork, do all the accounting, do like everything yourself. So affiliating with a company means you're going to have typically a low investment, especially compared to hundreds of thousands of dollars. And you're going to profit after just your first few sales. You don't have staff expenses. You don't have to hire people to do things for you. You have an ability to earn uncapped income. Uncapped income. It just keeps getting better and better and better. And you're partnering with something that's already proven to work and convert. So you've got systems that have got your back. You don't have to just figure it all out yourself and hope for the best. So this is the company that we partner with. It's called Enagic. And why we partner with Enagic is that it's a 49-year-old award-winning Japanese water technology company. That was a mouthful, but basically they contribute to better health and sustainability, which is something that matters to me. I care a lot about Mama Earth and really doing our best for her. So contributing to anything that helps with like plastic and our health and everything is always going to be a good thing in my mind, and something that I would feel good partnering with. These machines create electrolyzed reduced water rich in hydrogen and alkalis to help nourish and restore the body to its optimum state. So the water itself is called Kangen water, and Kangen in Japanese directly means return to origin. So returning your body to its like purest state, and returning the water to its purest state, like exactly what water should be and what our bodies were designed to drink. It's created to actually replicate naturally occurring miracle healing water found in specific locations around the world. So there's a few natural springs that people travel to from everywhere to experience this healing water. And these machines were actually created by people who had gone and studied the Himalayas, like all throughout India, Europe, like different places that had this naturally occurring healing water, and created the machine to be able to mimic that as closely as possible in your own home. So there are over 60 different uses to replace products that you're buying every day anyways, like cleaning products, vegetable wash, like all kinds of stuff. Water is a product that people want and need anyways. Like water is never going to go out of business. It's something that's always going to be important for us and that people are buying every single day. But not a lot of us actually consider the type of water that we're consuming and absorbing, or even the cost of buying bottled water every day, or what's in our tap water. So it's a sustainable, zero waste, non-consumable product, which means, you know, minimalism. We're not just promoting like over consumerism of like needing a million products every single month. It lasts over 20 years and reduces single-use plastic bottles, fighting against the plastic pandemic that we're evidently in. Living on an island, I see all the plastic that washes up on the beaches. It's not great. So we get to be a part of the solution there. It can be sold and shared using any style of marketing, including social media attraction marketing as taught in the academy. So you could own one of these products and then go door to door and talk to people about it and do product demos, which a lot of people have done over the years. But now in this new era of, again, authentic social media sharing. So the products that we recommend are, first of all, the K8 is Enagic's flagship water ionizer. It is not a filter. Like if you hear anything about, you know, filters, or you're learning anything about filters, a filter is great, but it's just going to take things out of your water. And it's actually sometimes going to strip all the good out of the water, and it won't be like really alive and enriched anymore. So not a water filter, it's an ionizer that produces antioxidant rich Kangen water in all different pH levels, ranging from 2.5 pH acidic water for disinfecting and sterilizing medical tools or cleaning your kitchen, cleaning anything really, like bottles, soothers, like any kind of like anything basically that needs to be actually sterilized. Hand sanitizer, it can be all kinds of things. Deodorant, you can make all kinds of stuff out of it. Anyways, they have them in hospitals in Japan because they're actually considered medical grade sterile. To beauty water, and even emulsifying oils and stains with 11.5 pH water. We soak our fruits and vegetables now in this 11.5 water, and it truly just takes all of the herbicides and pesticides from them, and the water ends up looking really murky. And that doesn't happen with normal water. It's because the 11.5 alkaline pH actually just takes all the oils off that pesticides and stuff are actually meant to withstand rain and, you know, be able to still like protect the plant from animals or whatever, even when there's big rainfall. So regular water will not take it off. The Anespa is your in-home spa shower experience. It remineralizes water through an active charcoal ceramic filter while removing chlorine and bacteria to protect your family's skin and nourishing your body from the outside in. Our skin is our largest organ, and it absorbs a lot of water. Whatever water we're bathing in, it's actually seeping in and infusing our body with either chlorine or ideally like mineral rich spa water, which is what my daughter was born into. She was born into literally like a hot springs kind of spa experience, which is, I think, the best way for babies to come to earth, honestly. The other product that they offer is called Ukon, and it is a 100% chemical-free wild turmeric. Turmeric is a plant that's been recognized for centuries as a natural healing plant medicine. So with powerful antioxidant, antibacterial, and anti-inflammatory properties, turmeric is incredible for your health, for your gut health, again, inflammation, all of it. And this turmeric is actually organically grown using only Kangen water, specific pH levels of water to allow the plant to really thrive and contain the highest content of minerals and nutrients that it can. So selling Enagic and earning from recommending these products. Enagic's compensation plan actually works based on a patented meaning that they've basically copyrighted it. Nobody can copy this system, this compensation plan. So yeah, there's never going to be another compensation plan like this in the world. It's an 8-point system, which means that there are 8 points, like commission points total, that get paid out to people depending on the rank that you have in the business. So 1 point will equal a different dollar amount depending on which product you sell. If you sell just a K8, that 1 point in Canada is going to be 390 Canadian dollars. So depending on the rank that you're at determines how many points or like pieces of this pie that you can see that you're going to get. And the people who brought you in are also going to earn points for referring you, for helping you, for guiding you on your journey. But as you grow in this compensation plan, you're actually going to cut those people off so they're not earning from your sales anymore, which is really, really cool because, again, coming from companies where it often seemed like just the person at the top kind of making all the money. And even if they weren't really doing anything, they were making so much more than you could ever really make if you had started after them. There are people in this business all the time that out earn the person who started before them. So there have been months where I have made a lot more money than the person who started before me or the person who started before her even. Like it really is such an extravagantly like what would be the term? It's just designed so perfectly. I honestly think that the person who designed this was like tapped into some higher consciousness in doing it because it works out so beautifully where you're earning exactly what you deserve to earn on your sales. There are 6 different initial ranks in this business. So when you've made 1 or 2 sales, you are considered 1A. When you've made 3 to 10 sales, you're considered 2A. This is total sales. This is not like every single month or every single week. This is how many sales you've done total. That's why it's pretty simple. When you've earned or when you've made anywhere from 11 to 20 sales, you're 3A. When you've made anywhere from 21 to 50 sales, you're 4A. 51 to 100 sales, you're 5A, and 101 plus, you are considered 6A. And these sales can be anywhere in your organization. So you don't have to have been the one to sell them. If other people that you have sold to also make sales, they'll contribute to your total sales in moving through the ranks. Once you are a certain rank, like 4A, 5A, 6A, it doesn't matter. You can never go backwards. You're not going to have to start over, no matter like if you take a break or if you didn't make any sales that month. there's no deranking, which is huge. So these are some of the commissions that you can earn. So this is what 1 point looks like on the left-hand side. I told you that one piece of that pie, one commission point was equal to $390 when you sell a K8. So when you're 2A, you earn 2 of those. 3A, you earn 3 of those. So we basically just get more of those commission points. All the way up to 6A, you'll earn $2,340 just for selling a K8. But I'm going to talk to you in a second about the quad, and most of us start on the quad. Most of us refer the quad because it is really the best way that you can possibly get started and make use of this formula to earn the most money that you can while also experiencing all the products. So if you just look on the right-hand side here, each piece of the pie, each commission point for a quad is $1,130 for Canadian dollars. And we actually teach you a formula that's going to start you off at 3A in the business. So you're earning 3 commission points. You're earning $3,390 on your very first quad sale, and going all the way up to 6,780. It actually goes even further beyond that, where you can earn up to 8,000 Canadian dollars per quad sale. So those numbers on the right-hand side is typically what we're going to see in this business. But yeah, there's a lot of different numbers for you. It's okay if you don't understand all of this. You definitely don't have to. It's just basically to show you what's possible here, but you don't really need to know why, because I didn't fully understand it when I started, but I was like, I want to make the most money that I possibly can. So I'll follow in the footsteps of the person who went before me. The compensation plan goes even further than 6A. When you're 6A, you reach a level where you earn a $3,000 bonus. Because of the quad strategy that we're about to show you, I actually earned a $6,000 bonus instead, which is what you'll earn when you hit 6A if you start on the quad strategy. And then going further beyond that, when you've got 2 6As in your organization, you'll hit 6A2, you'll earn a $6,000 bonus, but because of the quad strategy, you'll actually earn $9,000. Going further than that, like $12,000 bonus, $25,000 bonus, all the way down to like $800,000 bonus. But what happens here at 6A2-3, you'll see is that when you hit this rank, you get a $25,000 bonus. Again, because of the quad strategy, it'll likely be $37,000. You don't need to know why, but basically lots of money. But what happens is that you actually hit legacy income. And legacy income means that the company is going to pay you $5,000 monthly for life, regardless of what you did that month. Regardless of what you did that month. So like that's more than most people I know make a month anyways. It's way more than what most people's pensions, retirement plans, etc. are. And you don't have to be working a normal job to work up to a retirement fund that you actually get to live off of $5,000 every single month for your life. Even going further down, $10,000, $15,000 a month, $20,000, $40,000, $80,000, it just keeps going. They just actually keep adding more ranks when they run out of a rank. But even $5,000 a month for life, you actually get to also pass that down to your kids. So it is a residual income, lasting legacy that will provide for not only you, but for generations to come, which is wild. So how do you get started and affiliate with Enagic? So as soon as you purchase an Enagic product, I have people sometimes tell me like, I don't want to invest money to have to make money, but it doesn't feel good to be genuinely recommending people to drink the best water on the planet, but you're not actually drinking the best water on the planet. So you own a product, and then because of that, you automatically have affiliate rights forever. So you're given a unique ID number that's basically going to be your referral code when others buy products. You don't ever go backwards in your rank. There is no minimum sales quota to meet to stay active in the business. You don't have to buy overhead stock to be shipping it out to others. You just literally refer them using your unique code and you get paid. So although we could have started with just one product, most of us chose to purchase 4 products, which is the quad strategy that I told you about. So I'm going to try to quickly go over this because I know I'm going a little bit over the hour that I mentioned, but I really just want to pack this full of so much good information for you to take away. So when you start with the quad strategy, you purchase an Anespa from the person who referred you here, which is awesome. You get to experience this mineral-rich shower water, and it's just incredible. So you're purchasing an Anespa, but then what you'll do is you're actually now you have an ID number. Like I said, once you purchase a product, you now have your unique ID number so you can make sales. So instead of purchasing your other products from the person who brought you here, why not purchase them from your own business and you make the money? And that's what we recommend so that you can earn the most money possible, right? So you are going to sell yourself a K8. And when you sell yourself a K8, you're going to earn a $390 commission because you're 1A, right? So you're going to put that K8 in your 1A lane. You're going to earn $390 on it, which is a piece of the pie, and that's awesome. And so you've already gotten some money back before you have even made any other sales. You're now going to sell yourself a second K8. You can also do a second Anespa for this, just so you know. The quad can be like a double K8 or a double Anespa, depending on what you'd like. But a lot of us choose to either like travel with one, because you can take it for free when you travel, by the way. It's considered medical grade, so it doesn't count towards your baggage allowance, which is really cool. You either travel with one, keep one at home, give one to a parent and have one at your place, like lots of different options, even loaning one out so that others can experience the water. And then by the time it's time to give it back, they're going to like wish they had their own. So lots of different ways to make this work with having two K8s. But if you've got 2 showers in your home, you're definitely going to want to maybe have another Anespa, because I can guarantee you're not going to want to shower with the non-spa water anymore. So you're going to purchase a second, let's say K8 from yourself. And on that purchase, that's also 1A, because 1A is your first 2 sales, you're going to earn another $390. Amazing. Now, what we're going to do from there is you're going to purchase the Ukon, the turmeric, from yourself as well. But because you've already made 2 sales, your next sale is now officially 2A. So before you've even made any sales to anybody else, you're actually already a 2A in the business. You put your Ukon in the 2A lane, and because of that, you earn 2 times the commission. So an Ukon commission is $130, but earning 2 times that commission means you're going to earn $260. This is Canadian dollars. So a little different depending on where you are in the world, but it doesn't matter. It'll be similar. So all of that is going to equal $1,040. So before you've even made any sales, you have already made over $1,000 back, guaranteed, in your business. And personally, for me, I didn't have thousands of dollars laying around to purchase products when I found this. Honestly, I was scared to invest anything. Like, I didn't have the ability to, but I went through a company that provided financing, and I was able to finance all 4 of the products for around $350 a month. So for me, earning $1,040 back right away looked like already covering 2 to 3 of my loan payments on all of the products before I even made a single other sale. So none of that money was actually even out of pocket. Like, my $1,000 actually came in like before I owed my first payment to the loan company that I went with. So there's lots of stuff you can explore there with how to actually finance your products later on as we go into the academy, but $1,000 back. Now, what we teach is that this U number 4, because basically each of these products has its own ID number and its own business center. So you started on the Anespa, you sold U number 2, U number 3, and U number 4, essentially like these products. Don't worry if this makes no sense, but U number 4 is going to go and start making sales after this. So we're actually going to use that as the business that you build. And so what happens is then when you start making sales to other people, you're going to put them in your 1A, 1A, 2A, 2A, etc. of this new position, this Ukon position. Now, why we do that is that your top position, your Anespa position, because it referred the Ukon, I hope this makes sense. If it doesn't, just know big money, right? But your top position also earns money every time the Ukon position goes and makes sales. So what that looks like is, because the top position was 2A when it placed the Ukon sale, you're always going to earn 2 extra commission points every time you make a sale. And this means that your sponsor is going to earn less, which is why we actually teach this and feel really good about it, because we're like, we're going to make way less money. We don't want to make all your money. We want you to make your money. So we teach the best way for you to start earning the most that you possibly can, even if it means we're going to be cut off and not making any money. That's not the point. The point is for you to thrive. So essentially, you're going to earn 2 extra commission points every single time that you make a sale, which is a lot of extra money. Like, when you sell a quad, it's an extra like $2,300. When you sell a K8, it's an extra like $800. Just for like the sales that you're making. So what this looked like for me is that when I made my first 5-figure month, if I had started on one product, I would have made $4,475 on those sales that I made in December 2019. If I had started on 3 products, I would have made $5,745 on those exact same sales. But because I started on a quad, I made my first 5-figure month. I made $10,460 in 1 month within 60 days of launching my business. I should say we can't guarantee these results, right? Like, it depends on the energy that you put into it, but following our exact strategy, you're guaranteed to make over $10,000 in your first 3 sales, no matter when they happen. And so just based on like the way that I got started, this is why we don't really start people on just one product, because you're actually going to make like way, way, way less money on doing the same amount of work. And it's for like a few $100 a month payment to have all 4 products, but actually making thousands and thousands and thousands more just makes sense. So you're going to earn 3 times more on your first sales. Your own sales to yourself, you already know you've made over $1,000 in immediate commissions, guaranteed. And then your first 5 quad sales in your business are going to total $22,600 in commissions, which is wild. Way surpassed your initial investment there. And then your next 8 quad sales, you're going to earn $54,200. And another 3 sales after that will put you at $100,000 in commissions total. So after 16 quad sales, you've made your $100,000. And this is how Aubrey, for example, made her first $100,000 at 19 years old. It really was so simple with selling quads. Also getting to 6A, if you think about making 100 individual sales, you know, that's what it's going to look like, 100K 8 sales. But when you sell the quad, it actually counts as 4 sales, even though it's just like to one person. So it actually looks like just 25 quad sales to get to 100 total product sales. So to recap the benefits of getting started on the quad, basically the main thing really is you're going to have high level health products in your home for the next 25 plus years. If you are listening to this and you're like, these products sound stupid, I don't want them, I don't want you to purchase them. We would never tell someone that they should purchase something that they see absolutely no value in. Everybody who purchases these products ends up absolutely obsessed with them. Doesn't matter where they're at in the business or how much energy they put into it. Like they know that at the very end of the day, like if they just had their products, they'd be so content with that because they really are life-changing. It's going to replace bottled water, cleaning products, beauty products, etc. Like the amount that we spend without realizing it when we run to the store to get more dish soap or laundry soap or hand sanitizer or like cleaning spray and vegetable wash and all of these things, never mind like bottled water too, how much that adds up and how not so great it is for the environment. You are guaranteed to earn money right away, like guaranteed that you're going to make, if it's Canadian, like around $1,000 back right away, give or take, depending on the currency, but guaranteed money right away, which is wild, covers your first 2 to 3 probably payments on your products already before you've made any sales. So for some people, I know they've taken that as like, okay, so 90 days of my payments already covered on these products before I've made any sales. If I made even just one sale in that first 90 days, if I just made my focus like making one sale and that one sale is going to pay me over $3,000, then there's another like year of your payments, right? Crazy. You're going to earn 3 times commissions on your first sales, and 2 extra points on all of your sales, which again makes a huge difference going forward. You're going to set an example for others of the best possible way to get started. Most people are going to want to follow in your footsteps and go like, what did you do? I remember hearing about this investment and I was really, really scared of going all in. And then I asked Aubrey, like, did you do the quad or should I just do one product? And she was like, honestly, I did the quad and I'm really glad that I did. And I was like, oh, okay, terrified, but like, I see the benefits. So like I'm doing it too. And now I genuinely recommend it from the heart because I'm like, I know how much money I would have missed out on if I didn't get started this way. So when you start on a quad, you're probably going to refer more quads because people are going to want to do the same thing that you did. You're going to get to 6A in your business 4 times quicker than if you're selling individual products. And you're also going to adopt an all-in mindset on your investment and really start treating this like a business. Because if you invest like a tiny little bit of money in something, it's really easy to end up not really giving it your all and not really treating it like a business. You treat it like a hobby and it'll maybe pay you here and there. But if you're actually wanting to change your life, you need to make more than just like, you know, $100 here and there. You need to actually be earning like a high level income where you can quit your job and travel the world and not have to worry about time and money. So if you are all in on investing bigger money, you're probably going to take it more seriously. So what is my next step to get started here? Introducing the Academy that I've been referring to. So the Academy is an online course that's going to teach you everything that you need to know about where to go from here, all in one place. It's going to walk you step by step through how to finance a quad and get started on your Enagic journey, how to show up authentically online and start making sales, how to reach aligned people outside of your current audience, how to believe in yourself and create a new money story, how to heal unconscious programming that's been holding you back, how to share your message in a way that feels really good, how to earn your first $20,000 and beyond. And this academy was put together by 2 incredible ladies who have gone and invested millions of dollars together into their own personal development and business training. And they've brought all of that incredible value and knowledge over into this space. So it's literally packed so full of masterclasses, courses, all about money, healing, personal development, all of the beautiful things that get to help us grow. The Academy includes a 90-minute powerful discovery process, which is the first thing in there that you're going to do. This discovery process helps you activate your dream life by uncovering and designing what your ideal day actually gets to look and feel like. Maybe you haven't really poured that much intention into like, well, what would I be doing if time and money didn't exist? Because you didn't really feel like that was a possibility, but you're going to uncover what you actually desire out of life. You're going to learn more about this style of marketing and if it feels like a good fit for you. You're going to unlearn old beliefs about money and business and start to really pave a new path for yourself where anything is possible. And you're going to awaken to your true potential of what you actually are worthy and deserving of. You'll even receive a 45-minute clarity call with a digital business specialist in the Academy who's going to answer all of your questions that you have throughout the discovery process. Like, how amazing is this? And this is what I mean too, is like when I have somebody join the Academy, they get to ask all their questions to someone that's listening just to them. Like, that's so amazing. And it allows me more freedom to live my life because you're getting to go in and talk to someone who is just there sitting, talking to you, helping you design your ideal path. And then of course we're going to be connected as well, but like you're so held and taken care of by this process. That's where a lot of the automation comes into. So there's a special first month offer for a limited time only right now. It's typically $99 a month to dive into this academy and get to use all of the courses, all of the masterclasses, the discovery process, the call, the automated aspects of it, like everything, all the trainings and all of that. And for now, it's actually only $49 to jump in for your first month right now with a 14-day money back guarantee. If you decide it's not a fit for you, there's truly no risk here. Like, it should be a no-brainer if you're like, I kind of want to know more, but I'm scared, or I don't know, or I'm all in. Wherever you're feeling right now, the next step is the academy because it's risk-free to dive in, check it out, decide how you feel. A bonus offer for anyone diving straight in. So if you start your journey within 48 hours of watching this video and get started with Enagic before September 22nd, you will qualify for a special 4-week mentorship program happening in the month of October, where you're going to be guided right from the start by high earning leaders in our DBLL community. So we're going to have Zoom calls, we're going to have a group chat specifically for you to ask any question that comes up for you. And you're going to be in a container of people that are also brand new, that don't really know what they're doing yet either. And you're not going to be the only one trying to figure it out all for yourself. So this is really setting you up in the best possible way to get started in your business. Every single person on this screen here has recently been celebrating massive commissions in their business, and none of us have jobs anymore. And we're all going to be in Bali together in a couple weeks celebrating that. So you'll get to hear exactly what we did, how we did it, how it felt, and what brought us here in our journeys. So here's a quick reminder of your next steps to keep learning and keep your journey going here. So you're going to reach out to the person who shared this video with you and ask them for the Academy link. And then the next step is going to be to dive into that link, start your journey for $49, and book your included digital business specialist call. Book that in as soon as you get in there, so you've got it to look forward to. Because once you're completed the discovery process, you're going to want to hop on that call and ask all your questions. So you'll complete the discovery process to gain clarity. It's about 90 minutes of videos that you'll get to dive through and just answer and reflect on what it is that you're wanting in life. Number 4 is to get all of your questions answered on that call and really feel good about how you're moving forward. And step 5 is going to be investing in your business in a way that really feels aligned for you, which your clarity call is going to help you so much with. So the last thing that I want to leave you with here is a beautiful quote by Eckhart Tolle that says, "It is not uncommon for people to spend their whole life waiting to start living." I witness this everywhere, every day, all the time, in a lot of conversations with people who are kind of waiting to be ready, getting ready to get ready, to get ready, to get ready, to eventually be ready to like start living the life that they wanted to live. And you're never ready. I was never, ever going to be ready for this, like truly perfectly ready, because a lot of the things that I learned as I went were part of getting me ready. When I found out I was pregnant, would I have said that I was ready to be a mother? No, but like pregnancy and that whole 9 months of learning and growing like allowed me to prepare to be a mother. And still I would say I'm not ready to be the perfect mother, but that's okay because I'm still learning as I go. So with this business, I would say the same thing. I wasn't fully ready. When I was jumping in, I was like, maybe I'll wait until I get settled on the island. Maybe I won't start it as I'm like going to be packing up my life and moving across the world, and like, you know, I'll wait and do it there. And I didn't feel like I was really ready to invest more time or more energy when I felt like I'm out of time and I'm out of energy and I'm feeling drained and I don't have money to like be spending on all this stuff because I want to spend my money on travel. And like, I really just I was like, no, that like doesn't work. But I recognize that if I'm saying that I don't have the energy, if I'm saying that I don't have the time, if I'm saying that I don't have the money, like that's the whole reason that I'm here. That's actually why I wanted something like this, is so that I could create more space, more time, more energy, more financial abundance to be able to live the life that I wanted to live. So I had to actually dive into that, even though it was scary, take the first step and start learning throughout this process. And just being in the academy, I got out my credit card and joined the academy at like 3 a.m. one night, because just being there and learning all of this, I honestly just recognized like, this is what I needed. Like, I didn't know that I needed a community like this. I didn't know that I needed conversations and videos and like amazing mindset conversations to actually start becoming that highest version of myself and really putting my own healing and my own journey first. After burning myself out and spreading myself too thin, working like overtime and putting everybody else first. So this was my opportunity to really take back my own life and do it scared, do it even though I wasn't ready. So I want to just leave you with that quote. I don't want you to spend your whole life waiting to start living. And if you're here listening to this, it's probably for a reason. You might have an instant gut feeling of like, nope, not my thing. Cool. I honor that. I love you. And if you're here and you're like, oh man, I have this gut feeling that like I am hearing this for a reason and it is meant for me, then cool. I'm here to support you through that as well. And it's honestly such a magical place to be in this unknown of like, I have no idea what's going to happen from here or how it's going to work, but I feel like I'm here for a reason and I'm going to follow that. So trust yourself. I love you. Reach out, and I can't wait to collaborate and chat and grow and heal together and travel around the world. Lots of love. Thank you for tuning in. And again, your first step is just to reach out to whoever brought you here, and we can love and celebrate you.